The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning. Now, it's amazing. I looked at TikTok the other day, Google, YouTube, and there's a lot of BS out there. Sorry to say. Hey, how about we do this? Why don't we give you the truth? You got a tablet and pen ready to begin? Let's go through there. My name is Ray. Last name is Reynolds. Write it down. What I'm going to show you to do is exactly what I did. You see, I got to millionaire at 14. I invented Car Finder as well. I got to 2.6 billion at 26. Why haven't you? Are these turned up? You have your tablet and pen? I know you see all that blah, blah, blah. Let's give you some good stuff. Now, this is live, and I'm live 6 days a week. Having fun, but there's no recording. There's no pictures. Why? I need you to put it here. The more you write down, the more your brain records, and that's the ultimate goal. So let's understand something today. If you want to learn to do something, you have to make it habit forming. You have to understand exactly how it works. There's some goodies I obtained. I got my first Lamborghini. I was 14 and a half. I bought it from an auction. I drove it to college. I was in college at Orange Coast College at 14 and a half. It was kind of fun. You see what we get to do today? We get to pay attention, and I got to tell you the story. You see, the journey is not easy. You're going to fall down 1,000 times. You're going to win 10. Be lucky you win 10. Rags to riches, that was me. I got born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. My mommy's a billionaire. Well, she was born in a billionaire family. Well, guess what? She didn't want me. I got to be with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. She did leave me a note saying if I was a girl, she's going to keep me. Oh, well, what can I say? It was up to God, not her. So guess what? Your journey can begin with me today if you want. But you got to pay attention. Let's understand. I need you to look behind the curtain. I believe, all right, you follow people that do silly and stupid things. I believe you don't know the rules and tools. I'm the man that trained Ken Yarborough years ago. Ken was CRD for President Nixon's bodyguard too. You know what? He worked for TRW, and I basically got to coach him. He was security chief. You know, TRW stood for The Report's Wrong, Thomas Raymond Warridge, and then they became a superior. Why don't you take out your personal credit cards and your personal wallet right now? Come on, take them out. I want you to write something down in the back of them. I want you to get a little tablet of stickies. If you want a tablet full, let me know. We'll send them to you. You see, I think half the people in this world are lazy. The other half need to go get it. So if we put the sticky behind every credit card, we write down the limit of the credit card, they maintain 25% always, never past 29%. Here's 100,000. You know what that means? That gives me 71,000 of safety in case blankets the fan, lost a job, or pandemic. See, this stuff here going like this crap's got to stop. Your problem is you keep bringing the pain home, and that kind of sucks. It's called the line of defense. 71,000 of safety too. Now understand, I need you to focus on chapter 18. Now I'm listening to a poker game. I was 7.5 years old. This is Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. The bottom line is, guess what I heard? They're all smoking some cigars and drinking some whiskey. They said a corporation's a legal person. There it is, chapter 18. You know what I did? I wrote my boss to go down to the Torrance Police Department the next day. All right, next door was a library. I said, "Man, what does this mean?" You know what she said? Nothing. She was rude. She walked away. Came back about 5 minutes later. Said, "Here's a mock of his, he's a bug." She was a bee. Oh, well. You know what I did? I read the book. Just like you. Can you imagine all of you reading the books? Hey, let's read you Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The story that goes over and over again 20 years ago that he sold. Hey, let's listen to Tony. Tony will motivate you for 5 minutes at least. Where's the rules and tools? I couldn't find them back then. You can't find them today unless you get them through me. So you know what I did? I went back to the library for 2 years. I created my own blueprint. See, I had to. Let's understand something today. I'll bet you half of you have a corporation and you pay thousands of dollars to an attorney, a CPA, and a corporation service, and you didn't learn diddly squat. Let's look at the law, public record. Not here to be CPA and attorney too, but I did that too, but I don't drink. I got to pass the bar. Let's think today. Let's see what it says. A corporation is a legal person that may sue or be sued. Huh. I thought a corporation was going to protect my assets and protect me. Nope, it doesn't. If your corporation gets sued, they sue you. Let me show you how it works today too. Now, you know what I did? I sent away $10 money order. I was basically, all right, literally having fun. I was 9.5 years old. I sent away a money order to the Secretary of State, California. You know what freaked me out? It came back. I did Helping Hand Industries. You know what's weird? I got $100,000 of credit cards in the mail. Weird. See, back in the 70s and 80s, no one used their SSN till a bunch of dumb people started to follow sheeps and ducks and do that too. So understand, you got credit cards in the mail too? In the 70s and 80s, that's how it worked. You know what's really weird? I got named in the movie Dave as well. So I don't understand why people spend thousands for a corporation, and half the people calling our call center, they don't even know an LLC is a corporation. They always go, well, I have an LLC, I don't have a corporation. They don't realize a limited liability corporation of corporations is a corporation. Bunch of silly people too. So let's understand. I got named in the movie Dave. And then I got scared. I was 12.5 years old. I started the first Orange County Blind Center. Little girl I had a commercial I was on as a little kid. You know what? I used the word Braille. I got in trouble for that because Braille belongs to the Braille Institution. Today, do you blow your nose on Kleenex or use tissue? Do you use Velcro or use hook and loop? By the way, you use hook and loop. You know what, Velcro? It's the name of a company in El Segundo, California. So let's understand something. You better understand, all right, and under master, trade name, trademarks, and copyrights. You better protect yourself because clients for 45 years tell me their friends and family stole their idea. Why don't you take all your ideas and put them on a piece of paper? Why don't you make a little note? And why don't you basically take those notes, the copy, put it in Federal Express envelope, send it back to yourself. Don't open the envelope, the judge will. You see, I want you to protect yourself before you go tell your friends and family because they're going to steal your idea if it's any darn good. Set up a website too. And then trade name, trademark, and copyright. Now, I had a problem when I got scared. I told myself I'd never get married and have kids unless I could have a foolproof program that worked for me. So let's understand today, never bring the pain home. You see, what I want you to think about is this. When I was a little boy, the grown-ups kept saying one thing: don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what that meant. You know what the grown-ups did? That's about it. They're all a bunch of dummies. When I was a kid, I thought grown-ups were stupid. When I grew up, I realized they were stupid. See, the corporation gets sued, they sue you. Congratulations being a duck and a sheep. Unless you use a division process, you're a duck and a sheep. No matter what you say or do, you can learn to play. Then they said, put all your ducks in a row. Once again, I asked, what did that mean? They couldn't answer the question. So you know what I designed for them? A corporation with divisions, entities, $1 million. It's not hard to do. I don't understand why you're not to a corporate millionaire yet. This is the United States of America Incorporated. Now, I got to warn you, very simple. I'm honest and I'm blunt. If you follow stupid, all right, you're going to do stupid. But you're not stupid because I'm going to tell like it is. But I like making millionaires. Would you like to be next? Would you like to be the next corporate millionaire? Learn how to play? Let me know today. We got some choices. I'm the godfather of credit, Ray Reynolds. All right, simple. I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm going to treat you like you're 2 years old. And I want you to never bring the pain home again. Will that be okay if you pay attention to me today? So let's play. I like building lifetime, all right, relationships and coaching. I want to help you. I've helped generation after generation for 45 years learn to play and never bring the pain home again. We can play today. I have this program called Foolproof. In other words, you can't even screw it up unless you don't follow through and you screw up basically doing a rapid rescore and you crash that too. Understand? Now I got clients, Like basically Arnold and people when we did the hospital in Fiji Islands, Dr. Lucky, we wanted to help the kids because they were dying of gum disease. Then we got Superman at Gold's Gym. He's a cop. And he says, I kick ass. I'll put it's and motivates. Got him $1 million of credit. College professor at Biola University. Glenn lived in his car for 3 years. This is Glenn Freeman. Bottom line is that's a Ray 360, $450,000 in credit. New house, new car. Now I'll understand, Giovanni worked for Pixar then. I got him $1.6 million. Little Karen delivered pizza to one of my websites. I said, stick around. She came to one of my boot camps too. You know what she did? Millions in real estate in Long Beach, California. Kind of fun. She did $1.2 million in 9 months that I did for her too. Now understand, people coming out of prison, they deserve a second chance too. Here's Freeway Ricky Dickie Ross. I got him gold and platinum cards. He's telling everybody he's an expert in credit. I had to fix some people he kind of screwed up. He don't like me no more, but guess what? I don't really care. But you understand how to play today. Now here's Thomas. He was in prison for 26 years. You see what I did in 8 months? I got him brand new dump trucks and built his credit up and away. See, if you want to be a corporate millionaire, just let me know. Now we got to understand the rules and tools. You didn't pay attention. We're going to go back to Franklin D. Roosevelt. Why? He had the Gold Reserve Act. What does that mean? See, when he confiscated the gold from the United States of America, they even measured the weight of the wedding ring. He stole it all and said, we're going to have Fort Knox. That was the Gold Act. You and me, you know what we got probably? We got our Social Security card, which is an SS5 for SSN. We're back when we're 14 to 16. You know what the world changed then? In 71, when Nixon took the gold standard out, every woman at the hospital had to sign the SS5 for the SSN for the baby before the baby got released from the hospital too. So what happened is most people didn't pay attention to that SS5 form. So let's understand how we're going to play. We're going to make sure you take away that mistake you've been making all along. We got to realize the SS5 equals SSN, Social Security number, equals a 1040 tax return. You get one. And everybody's screwing up their one chance. You actually have more chances. You just don't know how to play. So we got to look at we the people, and we got to look at SSN, tax, and probate when we're dead. Now, the time of death at the hospitals for the state and federal government, by the way, had nothing to do with anybody else. Now, let's compare that SS5 to SS4. Come on, let's compare. Corporations, banks do bankruptcy for locations or branch numbers. Grocery stores, cities. So if we compare the SS5 to the SS4, and we read it and pay attention this time, it says legal name of entity. That's corporation, division, subsidiary. And then it says individual person. You realize your lack of knowledge is why you did stupid things and brought the pain home to you and your family, which you never had to do. So let's understand the SS5 equals SSN 1040. I didn't do a credit in the first place until a bunch of dummies threw that up too. And then the SS4. That's known as the L1120 tax return, known as the tax ID. So if we learn to play, you never have to bring the pain home again, and you get another chance. Would you like another chance? Now, some of you might be that tax protester. That means you don't file tax returns. It's okay. Just go to prison like Wesley Snipes did for 3 years and got $5 million. I mean, stupid people don't file tax returns thinking they're basically doing something good. But they would have played within the system. They could have played the same game and won. Do you play games and you're a cheater? Are you a cheater when you play cards or backgammon or chess? All right, if you're a cheater, then you're not going to win. But if you play through the IRS's rules and tools, and you look up to 1244, you get to file one tax return and almost never pay tax again. Put your hands like this. Come on. Here's the SSN. Tax, and probate till we're dead. That means we get the leftover, and that kind of sucks. The SS4 doesn't pay tax till you're profitable. So it doesn't matter what type of corporation you get in the beginning. What matters is you understand how to play the game and use the SS4. You get to play and win. You want to win too? But again, the lack of knowledge is why people do stupid things. Again, did you fall stupid? The reality is you got 5 reasons I want you to think about corporate credit. It's all a write-off under the tax ID. And it's free money. You just have to maintain a payment. And the next thing, you don't hurt your family. You know how many people jacked up their scores, dropped their scores, can't get any more, and screwed up their life and brought the pain home and couldn't write off diddly squat? I don't understand stupid. Do you understand stupid yet? We don't hurt our family. Next thing is the division process I invented in 85, 86, allows you a division, each entity, credit up and away, up to $1 million. We get to have fun. So you build a legacy. Would you like to do that too? Now let's understand, I call it free money. What does this mean? If I take $50,000 off of a corporate credit card and I get to write off the payment, interest rate too, free money, just maintain the payment. I invest that money. You want to get to do? Create a cash flow up to $75,000, $100,000 a month. That's the ultimate goal. Start being an investor. Learn to play. 16 ways to do that starting today. Now understand your income. Here's your biggest problem, all of you. Sorry, it's just true. You did not build residual income, money coming in no matter what happens in your life. I had 19 houses at 17. Okay, it's very simple. I couldn't get number 20 because they said the loan to value problem. They even asked how I got 19. They were experts. Said, don't you know? Kind of silly people too. I transferred into my divisions. Now I've been gathering real estate, personal, commercial real estate, apartment complexes, storage units, and franchises since I was a kid. See, that builds residual income. It means there's money coming in. I haven't had a paycheck for 30 years. Why would I want one of those? So you could build your income. Could you imagine if you took 10% off of a damn card and you write it all off, you could build an income of $1,000 to $100,000 a month? But again, my question is, can you afford $100 a week? I mean, this is for the doubters that basically just don't think they can really do something. They're the ones that think that it's Wednesday. Thank God it's Friday. See, people say that those are losers. Okay, we don't care what day it is if you're an entrepreneur. It's very simple. You can become a corporate millionaire, literally to do. So why don't we take a little bit of money, put it in a hedge fund, real estate, franchise, how about storage units? You see, I want you to think about the United States of America Incorporated. They got 50 corps. They call them states. The states got corps, they call them cities. They created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act, and they have bankrupted 11 cities so far in front of you and stayed in business. See, you brought the pain home because of the lack of knowledge, and that's your fault because you accepted to follow ducks and sheep. We are we the people. It's about time you understand what that means, and that a corporation is a legal person. And you should stop bringing the pain home. Heck, you should never brought it there in the first place. Now, I'd like you to write down division of me. Can you do that for me, please? We look at that form one more time. I can put your name there, corporation, division, or subsidiary. I can build you a corporate umbrella up to $1 million. Would that be okay with you? Now, I need you to do yourself a favor. I need you to think about division of me. Let's use an example, one of the cars in the collection. That's a Lamborghini worth $1 million. Here's the key. Every time I have a kind of a bad day, I get in the car, just turn on the engine. And then all the crap stays out the window. Whee! Here's my problem. I don't like having people bring the pain home. It bothers me. So what do? The Lamborghini is $6,800 a month. If I pay for it personally and I can't pay the bill, they take it away. And now I got shitty credit. Then they report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now I got double shitty credit. That sucks. And then they want the deficiency balance and kick my butt for 10 years too. Now what did I do? I got no intent to do fraud. So I bought the Lamborghini as a division. Now I showed you SSN versus SS4, right? Because this is where you keep screwing up all the time too. I guarantee there's a division of me. What do I get to do? I invented the 3-step. Maybe I'll write it down for you. I get to disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and put that sucker over here. You see, I can't bring the pain to my corporation, my family. I'd rather die because that makes no sense to me. So I maintain all my other pieces, the corporations and pieces, and I protect the corp and my family. Now, under the Federal Protection Act, if I can't say this within 6 months, I'm going to do what the law allows me to do, public record. I'm going to bankrupt the hell out of it, throw it away. And I'm going to protect my corp and my family. Why didn't you? What's your problem? I don't get it. Why would you bring the pain home? Makes no sense. When you lease a building, division process. Every piece of property needs to be a division because you know who's going to slip, fall, and sue you and mess you up too. Now, this TikTok and Google and YouTube, that's good. But most of it's crap. Get an LLC, this idiot out there, that makes no sense. Every LLC has an officer unless you're a duck. He's lying, going, you're not on the anything. I'm not, my name's nowhere. What a lying doo-doo. Oh, well, it doesn't matter what type of corporation. What matters how you receive the money. SS4, no taxes due till we're profitable. That's all that matters to understand. And then you have to understand the Fair Lending Act. One credit card can become 99 more under the Fair Lending Act. Come on, that's $100 million. Why would anybody be stupid enough to take their own money and start the business when they could use the corporate credit to do it and write it all off at the same time? I don't understand stupid. You understand stupid yet? See, I don't build you a corporate umbrella. Is that okay with you? The next thing what we need to do is very simple. As we play the game. Now, if you have a corporation today, I want you to check it online, Secretary of State's website. I want you to find your name as the incorporator, officer's list, statement information, and your address. You probably use your home address too, which 87% of people do, which is called stupid. Now they're on a national mailing list. They're on a duck and a sheep, and they get more robocalls too. Now, all the grown-ups, when they said, put all your ducks in a row when I was a kid, I asked what that meant too, and they couldn't explain it to me. So I'll do this for them. Maybe I'll draw it for you. When they sue the corp, they sue you. That makes you a duck and a sheep, and that sucks. I want you to get your line of defense. Is that okay with you? That you don't bring the pain home ever again? It's about time you pay attention. I don't understand. I've been teaching and preaching for 45 years. Where you been? Oh, you've been over there going, following a bunch of dummies too? Now let's look at some goodies. Here's a $100 million building across the street from South Plaza Mall. Here's a Lamborghini again. Now, if you notice, they got my name on them, the doors and the wings. The Ray Reynolds University, too. Here's a $5 million mansion I obtained. Here's a $1 million race boat. Now, if I obtain these, why haven't you? Are these turned up yet? Let's turn them both up. Maybe I'll get you to pay attention today. I like goodies. You like goodies yet? I can make you a corporate millionaire. It's not going to be easy. But the reality is, as long as you follow through, let me add you to my credit system. I'll show you how to get even that $5 million mansion. You want to play pool on my pool table? All right, I got a couple of those too. Now, what's your goal? You're going to have to tear apart the calendar today. How many working days are left? I'm online 6 days a week. Before a pandemic, it was in person and online. But again, it's up to you. Now, if you want a master's package, which is $1 million of credit, just call 800-254-9506. Ask for one of our specialists. Maybe ask for Lena. Maybe ask for Crystal. Maybe Robert. Maybe Karen. Scott loves that too. So does Santos. Pick one of them. They're all great. Now, if you want basically a coaching package from here until next year, all right, let me know. Just give them a call too. Because you know what I'm going to do next year? My radio and TV show. And I'm not going to do the 6 days a week thing anymore. Now, I need you to write down credit, loan, and money. Come on, write it down. See, here's your problem. You get a little bit of money, and you spend it. And you pissed it away. And then you're broke the next day. What the hell's wrong with you? I don't understand something. Write down reference 3 times 5. Come on, this is child's play. I've taught people how to do this for years. It's very simple to do. Now, if we have to, let's take a Wells Fargo card, $100,000, they give us a checkbook. We write a check, we put it in the corporate bank account, and we reference 3 times 5. And we're going to get up to 1.5 million of credit. You see, the banks give you reference 3 times 5 every time. See, what do? You get that 1.5 million. Borrow money's not taxable. Can you write it down, circle it 10 times? Hit yourself in the head. Borrow money's not taxable. Pay attention. Your corporation is going to have a division that is a franchise and an apartment complex. This is a line of defense. So you quit screwing up and bringing pain to your family, because that sucks. These divisions will make money so you can afford the honey. It's very simple. As we play, this is financial freedom. As you play, let's understand, that builds up to 50 to 100,000 a month positive cash flow. What a concept. Now, I'm an affiliate to 119 creditors. So what I get to do is I get to add you to one of my accounts on my dashboard. Now, let's understand, if you do trade lines, that's fraud. You're telling somebody you bought some fraud crap trade line for $25,000 with a zero balance, it's yours. When you apply, you did fraud under the Fair Lending Act. As long as you have an agreement with me on my dashboard, I can add it to you to one of my cards. I add you, corporate division. What do I get to do? I get to ask for separate billing. And now you get your own card. Whee! Wouldn't that be fun? See, your problem is your lack of knowledge. Do yourself a favor. Take 5 minutes later today. Look yourself in the mirror. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, what did you do yesterday to get towards million? And you're going to go, beep, 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 beep. It's about it. See, your problem is you. Every day counts. Now, did you get the list that came out this morning at 6:12? Every Monday at 6:12 Pacific Standard Time, there's a list for repos of cars, boats, house, apartment, duplex. These are probate lists, divorce lists, bankruptcy lists. Hey, why don't you sell supplies and vendor credit? Let's go sell some computers, okay? Your corporation should have $1 million of credit per entity, checkbook money, supply and vendor money too. And by the time you look around, you get about a $10 million company. But the biggest problem we still have is you. You're your biggest problem. I always said, don't think, just do. Now, again, what are we going to do? We're going to think, we're going to play. I want you to take a little bit of the credit I build you and buy your income. You see, you're not going to get rich. All right. This concept of getting rich is for stupid people. If you have a corporation with entities bringing 100,000 a month, you're not rich. You're growing the money into a billion and billion and billion. You're still not rich. Corporation is. Get it? So if you learn to play, can you afford $100 a week? Simple to do. You can become a corporate millionaire. Your problem is you. Now let's make you a money-making machine. Is that okay? Let's take 100,000 of supply and vendor credit and not pay a bill up to 90 days. I call it OPM money. Like the program I wrote for Dun & Bradstreet too. What do we get to do? Sell on Amazon and eBay. We get to play and have fun. But your problem is you. You're not a client yet. Click a picture of this. Go click, click, click. You get one call with me, personally live. Level 1, 2, 3 and specialty classes on Saturday. I do 10 classes on Saturday. Up to that 6 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Based on your investment, how much bonus credit you get. Simple to do. Hey, all you got to do today is write down RW, ZZZ, Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@raisecredit.com, or call 800-254-9506. Ask for Karen. She loves to talk to you. Sometimes she talks a little too much, but that's okay too. She's real sweet. But then maybe talk to Lena too. And that's fun. Now, I like goodies. You like goodies yet? God's gift. Mansions and harbor and race boats and yachts. If you don't notice, I put my name on it to prove that I obtained it. Not all that BS you see on TikTok and Google and YouTube. Let's show you some real goodies. I like goodies. You like goodies yet? We can play. Now me, I accomplished my goals, and I wouldn't stop till I do. There's 1981. Highest kick, fastest kick on the planet. Why do stupid people say white men can't jump? When I hold the record till to this day. And then I kicked out the lights that night too. No matter where you come from, guess what you can do? You can accomplish your goal. Just get out of your own damn way. That's all you got to do starting today. Now, one of my first cars was a Lamborghini Countach. I bought it at 14.5 at an auction. I drove it to Orange Coast College. Wasn't that fun? You see, I don't hear no. Someone says no, I say thank you. And I just walk away and go, they're just stupid in my mind. See, they say no because they don't know how, and you accept that. Isn't that kind of dumb on you? So let's understand there's 1,000 steps to millionaire if you want to play. 0, the big fat 0 you got from your family. We're all going to die. We're going to be in a better place. So let's understand something today. What did you get from someone's legacy? What they leave you? A little piece. All right. The reality is I go to these estate sales all the time. And it's sad because people buy stuff like it's a swap meet. Somebody's life was there. I want you to pay attention today because the reality is I think the rich and famous people doing this wrong. When I sit with Warren Buffett years ago, we had a root beer float. I said we're going to leave $1 million in the irrevocable trust and everything leads into the corporate. I'll give it away. Makes sense to me. And he always says we should pay more tax. Then write a damn check. What, all right, Mr. Buffett? He never does. He goes blah, 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 like everybody else does. Okay, let's understand. Corporation lives forever. We cannot. We're going to die. It's just a fact of life. We're going to be in a better place. So what do we get to do today? Would you do me a favor? Can you write down irrevocable trust? Can you write down UCC1? Your house has a deed of trust. Your car has a pink slip. I'd like you to inventory your personal life, the stuff in your house, in your office too. Put it on a UCC1, file it at the county recorder's office, and you can turn it into a chattel mortgage. You can borrow, get your own goodies. Isn't that fun? But at least if they're tied to irrevocable trust, you know where you get your goodies when you're dead. I know exactly where my goodies go. Do you know where your goodies go? I don't think you know at all. So let's plan the problem. Let's plan to live. Let's plan to die. That's the things I live by too. So we get to play. Draw the diagram in front of you. Come on, draw it. Bank of America has bankrupt 5,000 locations. They got indicted 3 weeks ago of $100 million. Wells Fargo got 4 more indictments. Chase got shut down for the whole friggin' day. And you're counting on these damn banks to help you? They're all a bunch of Ponzi's, but they're allowed to do it anyway. So if you have a corporation with divisions, your name's not on the division. You're not a duck or a sheep, but you can learn to play if you want to. Even Sam's Club, Geico, and cities do this every day. So why don't you basically stop bringing the pain home? All right, and become a certified CFO and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. See, I started my blueprint when I was 9.5 years old at the library, Torrance Library. You know what I call my blueprint? See it, believe it, go get it. So it works for me. Very simple. Every business I ever do is 100 million plus. We get to play. Now, I don't hear the word no. And what happens today, what you do is you're treading water. You're playing it safe. And at your age, can you really afford that? You're getting older, slower. You're not as pretty as you used to be. Come on, give pass go. Now in the division, you get a try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. Hey, let's give you 5 things you need. You need a 750 score. You need a corporate divisions. You need $1 million of cash credit. You need checkbook money. You need supply and vendor money. Now I'm just making it up. You need these things now. If you don't get those goodies, you can't make it work. Simple. Now, so let's draw the diagram in front of you. Let's have a corp that manages entities. Let's stop bringing the pain home. Let's put our ducks in a row, and let me repackage you under the same corporate umbrella. So you quit bringing the pain home. Reality is up to you. Now, next year, my radio and TV show, so I won't be on 6 days a week. Gonna have fun. So I help rich and famous people. When I incorporated Ronald Reagan, I love that. When he was governor of California. And then Mr. Clinton, too. Michael, all right, Kurt Cobain. I can name them all. Clippers and Lakers, too. What do you think DC's people? Donald Duck? So what happens with you is very simple. You had your kitchen table meeting with your friends and family, didn't you? We're going to start a business, honey. Oh, goody. Hopefully somebody was smart enough to say, what if something goes wrong? What did you do? You jacked them up. You got stuck. You dropped your score. Hell, you can't get any more. Isn't that kind of dumb? You even hawked your house. I'm sorry to say that was the dumbest thing you ever did. If you did that too, your goal is not to bring the pain home, is it not? So write down today's date. Let's project 90 working days. Let's go see it, believe it. Let's go get it. Let me drag you up the hill if that's what it takes. Now, I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago. Page 6 says cash flow for your time. And some other ding dong tried to use that too. Wow, I sold the Millionaires Founders Kit at the Bonaventure. 32 years. Can you imagine? For $5,000 a set, the full blueprint. Now I got to warn you 2 things. 14 years ago, I was in a coma. All right, my wife, I told her if I'm going to die anytime, give my books and CDs, or give them to the church. That's what she did. Next thing, from there, she found Ron at the office stealing my inventory. Tom sold my websites. Can you imagine my website, Ray Reynolds University? It took Eric and me to get it back after 10 years. But the sad thing is he sold them to a porn site. I got it back. But the problem is on the CD, there's a phone number. It still goes to a porn site to this day. So please never call that number. See, the people around you are the ones who are going to screw you over the most. Be paired. All right, understand that. It's just true. I sold the Millionaires Founders Kit for $5,000 at the Bonaventure for 32 years every Wednesday night. You want a copy? No problem. It's $99 shipping and handling. And most of it we're going to give it to the church anyway. Isn't that fun? You Zell, Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@rayschroeder.com. Put RW on the Zell. Or you can always call the office and talk to one of those great reps. Very simple. Ask for Crystal. She's great too. Santos is great too. So now Scott loves phone calls. 800-254-9506. You see, starting a business, running a business, you better hold your breath. You don't know if the people around you are going to push off the cliff, they're going to catch it, or you're just going to die. Good luck with that. Now, I got a problem. When I was 2.5 years old, I was being abused every morning at 2:30. I knew I got to get up at 2:25. So I programmed my brain. And to this day, my wife goes, why do you wake up at 2:25 every day? I had to since I was 2.5 years old. If not, the abuser would get me. So what did I do this morning? I dropped to my knees, say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. And then I go look in the mirror. I didn't get a family and a mommy and daddy. I got hell. I had to put myself in check because I didn't like hell. I didn't like eating out of a trash can at 3. It kind of sucked. So understand something today. Put yourself in check. What do? You allow people around you to cloud your direction. And your biggest problem is still you. Your lack of knowledge make you do silly and stupid things every day. Now, July 4th, 2009, I got 3 yachts in my backyard. I'm worth millions and billions of dollars. I'm helping people 6 days a week. My beautiful wife says, can we take a group of people from the church and basically the school and watch the fireworks? I say, okay, honey, no problem. How many people? Oh, we take the smaller one. It holds 80 people. Okay, no problem. We took it out. The next day, I'm dead. Well, that sucks. Ruined my whole day. I can't wait to go and say, God, why? All right, see, that's what I look like dead. I died at 5:41. I get to hear what's going on in the room. It's really weird. My tax attorney tricks my wife to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor going to rip out my heart. Luckily, they didn't see the little pink dot on my driver's license. You know what Jesus said? Stay in peace or go back. I said go back. My wife's falling apart. My point is to prove to you, all right, you can't only do one thing if you want to feel sorry for yourself. That's 3 minutes or less. See, I had to move 24 times. By the time I was 11 and a half years old, there's always a bully at school. All right, you had to learn to kick it and run. I'd rather die than run. It's very simple. When you go to school in Watts, Torrance, Hawthorne, and all these good areas, oh, goody. I've been shot twice, 6 times. You know, I don't give up. Why do you? There's no more feeling sorry for yourself. So you got a choice today. Let's see it, believe it, go get it. Now, I got to basically understand something. I'm God's gift. I believe I'm his example for you, if you pay attention. I got a book coming out this year called Jesus is Not a Drive-Thru. See, being a Christian's a way of life, not a moment in time. The ultimate goal. Next thing we have to think, I got other books like basically Bite Your Tongue, Live Longer. I watch my wife and my daughter sometimes. My son says, let's stay out of that. You know what? It's like men, they should just shut up. Sorry. Because women don't want to hear your blah, blah, blah. You want to yell and scream, do it out to the sky. That's the only thing that cares. See, you got to bite your tongue, live long, because a woman's like a tape recorder. And they're never going to forget. And you never can take it back, too. So fighting the monster inside within, oh, bullshit, doesn't pay my bills. Well, it's true. Hey, my wife said I can use that name. All right, the ultimate goal. If she just said no, I would have said no. I'd change it a different way. As long as I got the wife's approval, I'm okay. From there, fighting the pain within. We got choices today. Why don't you get past go and get unstuck? Because I think you're all stuck. Reality is there's some Lamborghini collections, some Duffy, some mansions. White men do jump, just stupid people say we don't. More Lamborghinis, race boats in the backyard, helicopters, U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris. Just a couple goodies I obtained. Why haven't you? What's wrong with you? These aren't turned up yet. You see, I call it Ray's rules. I was going to call it Jesus rules, but people gave me a bunch of garbage about that too. So we'll call it Ray's rules for now. Guess what? My blueprint I started at 9.5 years old. Say it, believe it, go get it. In other words, get off your tush and let's go get it. Your problem is still you. Now, credit repair, what a fraud. I mean, we get calls every day. I've been hiring this company, Election and Law, on creditrepair.com for 4 years, and I still got bad credit. What's happening? Well, this one and that one. I said, stop it. They've been indicted 4 times. They got 928 complaints. If anybody hires a credit repair company, they're called stupid. What is it? They got a magic wand or something? Is this crap? You got bad credit. You deserved it. You screwed it up. You can't fix it. You have to repair it. No, you got to rebuild it. It's ridiculous. All you got to do right now is Google Section 611. It'll tell you exactly what you need to do. Next thing is if you got an open collection account, you better man up and woman up and be responsible. Negotiate the debt. You can't rip off your creditor and be a crook and expect God to open doors for you. Are you crazy? Now, if you want some credit, you want a 750. All you got to do is negotiate an open collection account. And you have basically the 25-21% rule that I wrote years ago for the credit bureaus too, and have a rapid rescore. Now you got a 750. That's all you got to do. Now you might want to learn the KISS method called Keep It Simple Stupid. If you want to get to $1 million. All right, here's your first 25 steps today. Because I like goodies. You like goodies yet? How about Intuit Credit Karma? Intuit bought it December 3rd, 2020. There's still no phone to help you. I want my new dashboards to kind of beat them. I want to give a phone call 24/7. I want to analyze everybody for free and give free corporations to everybody on the planet. Wouldn't that be fun? But again, that's step number 1. Now I want to analyze your credit. Saturday during my classes at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time, I do analyzation education. I can show you exactly and tell you out of this mouth to you, to your ears, what you need to do. And then you're going to have to follow through. Is that okay? When I call your case number in rotation too, here's that form you didn't pay attention to. By the way, it's an SS5. It says name to be shown on card, full name of birth other than above. So the SS5 equaled SSN for 1040 had nothing to do with credit until people screwed that up too. Don't worry, our president, the dinosaur Biden, he said he's going to have a federal credit bureau and put all the other ones out of business because people are using his number. He said his number. Okay, so the Social Security card in your personal wallet today, it's not even yours. Read it, come on. It'll say don't carry with you, don't laminate, don't use for any purpose. And it always says property or social administration, not you. Now you got your SSN for your 1040. That's all it's for. The next thing, when you got your first paycheck years ago, you were, where's my money? You thought that company was ripping you off till they pointed out the IRS gets their cut, you get the leftover. That's what makes us ducks and sheep. Your problem is you didn't learn to play. You didn't look at the Constitution. You didn't look at we the people. You didn't look at Supreme Court too. And if you would have done that, all you had to do is realize you can file one tax return, you and the corporation, called a single filing, and almost never pay tax again. All you got to do is play by the rules. So we get one SSN. We're all ducks and sheep. Corporation gets one tax ID. When they sue the corp, they sue you. Congratulations, too. You're a duck and a sheep. But how do the banks and the grocery stores and cities do this, Ray? You see, division process, they use subsidiaries. I want you to use the division because your name's not even on it. I want the division to be a duck. That way you don't bring the pain home. Is that okay with you? If you learn to be a certified CFO, and we protect our family too. So let's understand how we play. Let's rebuild your SSN. Ultimate goal. That way you can be a CFO for the corp and the divisions. And you don't basically hurt your family. Hey, why don't we master the SS4 at the same time and you choose wisely from now on? And you're a double CFO. And you put your ducks in a row under the same corporate umbrella. And you learn to play and you get to play with me. What a concept too. That SS5 form, it's right there in the corner. Come on. Had to blow it up because they hide it real small. Why don't we compare it to an SS4? Corporation, as it says, legal name of entity. Corporation, bank, subsidiary, grocery store, city. Line 1, it even says all or individual person. The only form that the IRS ever created on planet Earth that allows you to get one per entity for banking and credit purposes is an SS4. The one you never pay attention to. The ultimate goal, we get to play and rebuild our lives too. Now your corporation's allowed to do 4 things. That's it. We're going to buffer tax. That means no taxes due until you're profitable because it's an SS4. We're going to get cash credit. You get to write it all off. And the car's fleet price, and get the free buffet at the hotel. That's all your corporation should ever do. If it does anything more than that, you're a duck. Kind of sucks. So let's understand division process. Line of defense, they're cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports, and separate liability, especially for real estate too. Divisions are your line of defense. You build a corporate umbrella. What I designed for me, you can use it too. What a concept. Divisions, you're not liable. You're not a duck. Your name's not on it, and it's the duck. We can disconnect, isolate, incorporate, throw the sucker away, and go get another one too, as long as you have no intent to do fraud. That's the biggest thing you have to understand. Now, I will guarantee everything I say I can do 100%. As long as you do what I tell you to do, you follow through and you're part of the program. You violate, you jack up cards, and you apply during the program because I add history to you. It's simple. I'm going to close your case or charge you a fee. I pay for the first rapid rescore for everybody. I will not pay for the second one you screw up. So when you got to man up, woman up, you take responsibility if you screw up. Own your screw up, please. Past can't chase future. You got an open collection account, negotiate. You got an IRS problem, there's a solution for that too. They have a form called 656-433A and B. See, you can't let the past chase your future. Now understand today, it's 750 is waiting for you. All you have to do is let me analyze it. And what am I going to do? Rapid refresh. I'm going to tell you exactly live how I got this person 96 points in 3 days. Would you like me to do that too? The ultimate goal, now you get green lights. Isn't that fun? 750 is waiting for you. But you got to pay attention and be part of the program. If not, then you just shouldn't be around with me. Now, nice lady. She goes, I got a 651. Why, Ray? I go, why are you using half your credit cards? She says, my attorney, my CPA, and my banker told me to. I said, you're listening to Dumb, Dumb, and Dumber. You have no green lights. I got her up to an 801. I created green lights. The next person, they were tricked by a bankruptcy attorney. I asked them, it was simple. You went to a bankruptcy attorney. What do you think they're going to sell you? A pickle? I mean, I understand something. Never file bankruptcy, in my opinion, unless they're going to sell your house today in court or garnish your wages tomorrow. Until then, there's always another solution. So I had to rebuild them a $500 card, unsecured. This couple, they have 11 collection accounts. Here's 3,000. Let's negotiate the debt. Let's figure out how to solve the problem. So if you let me rebuild your credit, wrap or rescore, you go to class on Saturday, you don't fall in your what? We're going to charge it $750. We're going to charge you $999, and we're going to give you a $1,000 card back to you to reimburse you. During this program and during this live event with me and the webinar, we're going to cut that price in half. That means it's $499 and you get a $500 card. You get your money back anyway. And all you got to do right now is go Zell, Ray Reynolds, recipient, ray@racecredit.com, put RW. And if you need to, you can even call the office and ask one of those specialists too. 800-254-9506. The ultimate goal is going to be up to you to play if you want to play with me today. Now, I want you to understand something. I got a couple problems. In the 6th grade, they said I was retarded because I write 2 different things simultaneously, have total recall and a 203 IQ. And because both sides kind of work, I end up rhyming all the time, and I wish I could stop it. But I did write 2 rap songs for this guy named, I'm sorry, I can't tell you. But he snoops around. Maybe you'll figure that out. Did you know that I'm a voter, so are you? They sell that list 412 times a year. And the bottom line is you added yourself to the national mailing list. That's why you get robocalls and junk mail, cable bill, corporation. Why don't you call 888-567-8688? Opt out for 5 years. Get off that list. Number's right in front of you. Simple to do. Now, the next thing I need you to do is plan the problem. Your problem is you. Plan the problem. Come on, you had one of your friends and family rip you off. You loaned some money, they came back and said, I'm sorry, I can't pay you back. And then you spent thousands on crap that didn't work. If we take our cards and we put safety credit on the back, we write down the limit, maintain 25% always, never pass 29%, you just create your own line of defense. I designed the dashboards for TRW years ago to Ken Yarborough. 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So guess what you get to do? You get to quit bringing the pain home to you and your family too. I know you're going to have a problem. Ray, I got a bad day. I got to do this. Stop the crap. Anybody who jacks up their cards and doesn't listen to what I'm telling them is kind of stupid. I'm sorry, but it's true. You see, your house and car, they don't affect your credit score ever, as long as you maintain the payment. It doesn't fluctuate. If you get the gold and platinum card, they do the same thing too. So if you're ever going to jack up a card past 29%, make sure it's gold and platinum. And you get a paid over time limit too, up to $1 million. Your score, as long as you maintain the payment, will never go below a 750 ever again. See, there's rules and tools. You better pay attention. We should get them into high school and college too. We can learn to play. I know you lost your job, have an emergency today. What are you going to do next? What everybody does. They run out of time. They run out of money. They can't wait to go jack up their cards and tell the world to feel sorry for themselves. I don't think anybody cares. So today, if you needed $5,000 now, what would you do? Go ask your friends, your family, the bank. They're all going to say no. Do you know the average person wastes $50 every other day on crap? Here's a $5,000 card, $50 a month. Your goal is simple. So let's understand. They say you waste $140 a week. That's $600 a month. Why don't we take $50,000 off of a corporate credit card? We get to write off the interest rate in the credit card and the payment, $612.26. During the pandemic, you can buy 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-through using some common sense. Simple to do. Oh, there's why men can jump. Only stupid people say we dumb. Nixon took the gold standard out. What are we going to do now, Ray? We're going to write down Ray's rules now. 100,000, 29% utilization, 71,000 safety. From now on, the only thing that can screw up is a division of a corporation. Never your corporate, never you and your family. Stop that crap. It's ridiculous. Nobody should bring the pain home. It's ridiculous. It's the United States of America Incorporated, even though we got a dinosaur running the country right now. Reality is you have your cake and eat it too. Please. Ray's rules. We don't bring the pain home. Step number 7, you become a certified CFO. We get to play and we get to win. Isn't that fun? We do that again. Now I wish that day when I died at 5:41, I could sit and go, boo, scare the crap out of him. Well, I couldn't. I was dead. Once you Google the address and find it, I'm telling you the truth. You see, I've been in 2 comas in my life. First coma was 5.5. I used my face and I stopped my bicycle on the curb, Delane Street in Torrance, that big curve there. You know what? I woke up and they said I was crippled. The lady rang the bell. You got to go pee-pee. Ring the bell. I'll take you pee-pee. I rang the bell. She's out having the cigarette at the pool. I rode off the couch. I grabbed that orange, ugly shag carpet. I pulled myself to the pee-pee. Do you know what I did? Jesus said, get up. I had the voice inside. When I raised myself to go pee-pee, I walked back to the couch. They go, what? Now, Apostle, I was crippled for life, the doctor said. Oh, well, the last time I died in coma, I get to come back and help you. Isn't that fun? The devil's trying to knock us down and hold us back, but God's delays are God's denials. I like to repackage you my way, Humpty Dumpty type, because I think what you do is silly. Sorry to think that you do it wrong. So I like to build a relationship long term, if you like that. I've been helping generation and generation for 45 years. So a corporation's a legal what? A legal person that may sue or be sued. Wow. The lack of knowledge is what makes people do stupid things? Well, it's true. So let's look at the division process. Did you know a division doesn't have your name on it? You can own anything you want. Car, apartment complex, building, credit. No matter what you want to do, you can disconnect, isolate, incorporate. And you know what happens? That's called the line of defense. Giving yourself one heck of a try and not bringing the pain home ever again. Divisions, let's understand the corporate umbrella. It's very simple. If you allow me in my system to get you the tax ID, I can add it to my dashboard and show it how to build credit to the corporation through the tax ID, Experian, Transfer, and Equifax. Then I get to get you credit cards, cash cards. Is that okay? And then I line you up for checkbook money. I'll explain checkbook money in a moment or two. We get to play. We get to have fun. You see, it's a numbers game. If you get 9 divisions, you get up to $1 million. 41 is up to $5 million. And if we do the division, let's understand before you get that far, look at your corporation today, Secretary of State's website. When they sue it, they sue you. If your corporation has divisions, you're not a duck and a sheep. What I designed for their grown-ups when I was a kid, you could use it too. Because right now, when they sue their corp, they sue you, and that kind of sucks. Why don't we create a line of defense so we can protect the corp and our family? What do you think? So this guy, I'm sorry he lost his job. But standing out there, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry. Get your butt to the church. We'll feed you. Get you some clothes. Feed the kids. Go drive an Uber. Go drive a Lyft. Come on, people. I came out of a coma and I stole everything I had in my life. We're homeless again. And I was a billionaire. Are you freaking kidding me? What did I do? Simple. I sold my wedding ring, my Rolex, my necklace, my bracelet. I had 12 garage sales in Huntington Beach. I got cited 3 times. A corporation builds itself. There's no excuse besides standing there with a stupid sign when you can go past go. Reality is very simple to do if we play. I designed this very simple. 250 per entity. Every card I get you can be cloned 9 times. There's your first million. Every entity on the bank account get a line of credit too, up to 150. Oh, that's 2.5 million. If you got the total 10 cards, that's $10 million of credit before you got out of the gate. Your biggest thing, you have to learn how to daisy chain credit. Now, again, liability, you're not liable as a division. It's the only way you can play and not bring the pain home again. So under the corporate umbrella, I'd like to give you 3 divisions with 2,000 of history. I want you to realize very simple. Each division is $499. 3 for $14.97. And all you got to do is Zell, or call the office right away. Simple to do. I like goodies. You like goodies, yeah? I only show things I obtained. Just a couple of them, too. So it's very simple. When he goes with the love ride, I got to ride with Neil Diamond twice, singing Holly Holy and Red Red Wine. It's kind of fun. We get to play. You like goodies, too? Would you like some? You see, you should have $1 million of cash credit cards, $5 million of checkbook money, and that should be your goal today. So we can learn to play. Now, remember, I'm going to say it again. monthly income, 50,000 plus. The reality is you can do this right away. The ultimate goal is you got to buy your income. Can you afford $100 a week? The reality is people waste that every day, and you can become a corporate millionaire too. It's all you got to do. Making a money making machine. 100,000 to $1 million a month. We sell goodies. OPM, Dun and Bradstreet. Why don't we sell computers or something through Amazon and eBay? We get to make the money and be a distributor too. Simple. So if I rebuild you here, we're going to go after the green card that they always show on TV and the commercial unlimited up to $100,000. What do we ask for 9 more? Well, there's the first million. Oh, from there, how about the blue Bank of America, 9 more? How about Wells Fargo? How about Inc? How about gold? So there's 5 cards and I love 10. That's up to $5 million right away. And then we have to focus on checkbook money. See, your bank gives you unsecured credit up to 150, as long as you have a 2-year corporation. And that's all you got to do. Here's my 5 favorite ones, so understand. I call it checkbook money, up to literally $5.4 million. But it's simple to play. The ultimate goal, checkbook money. Now you got to have a 2-year corporation. If you don't have one, wait till next year. If you get one this year, and if you want, I think I have one left. The bottom line is very simple. The office is $9.99, and on the webinar, it's $4.99 half price. So your goal is very simple today. Zell, call the office right away. As long as I'm on the webinar, they're going to write it up for you at $4.99. There's only one left, I hear. If you don't get it right away, you missed out the opportunity. Now, I got specialty classes on Saturday. Every Saturday, 8:30, I do a specialty class. This comes Saturday, it's stock kit, membership kit. So we're going to do it at 8:30 in the morning. If you're not in specialty classes, understand it's $9.99 for 90 days, or it's $4.99 per class. There you go. Now, I'd like you to understand borrow money is not taxable. We're going to take corporate credit, and you're going to buy your lifetime income, and you're not going to have to pay tax. You're going to break even. And if you're counting on your 401k, which is a piece of crap, good luck with you. All right, the reality is you're going to end up broke and live with your kids. So have your cake and eat it too, please, using Ray's rules. And we become a certified CFO, and we never bring the pain home again. Ultimate goal. If I gave you $1 million check, what would you do with it? You see, the problem is you invest in your personal bank account. It's kind of like the people who won the lottery. You win that, you get cash value. That's fantastic. You go to the bank, you have a division of you put it in the corporate bank account. And then you ask them to reference 3 times 5. I got my client $15 million off of $1 million check. And then you spend the borrowed money, and you get it paid back as borrowed money as you grow your business, and you never pay tax. What a concept. But you'd put in your personal account, you only get to keep $375. So corporation divisions, learn how to win the battle too. Step number 8 today. Now we got to look at the United States of America Incorporated. They got 50 states. They call them corps. And then they got cities. They're called corps too. And then they created Chapter 9 bankruptcy into the Federal Protection Act. So they get to bankrupt the dead, stay in business. You could have did the same thing as long as you had no intent to do fraud. Your problem is your lack of knowledge, starting step number 9 today. Why don't you Google bankruptcy today? Who's the duck the next time things go wrong in your life, the SSN or SS4? Make a decision. Who wants to bring the pain home? Now, if you let me add you to my credit system, I can build you up to $1 million of credit. As long as you go to class, not following you what, and you pay attention and you follow through. What a concept for you. So if we do this starter package, let's think. Corporation with an attorney CPA is $5,000. The incorporating services are like $2,000. This is ridiculous. I give them for free for 45 years. So does the state. You pay a little filing fee. Plus, you didn't learn diddly squat from those people that sold it for $5,000. How about we rebuild your credit rapid score? How about we give you articles, houses, tax ID for free if you don't have them? And we put you in a setup in level 1 on Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Why don't we charge you $999? The average person, they say, spends $999 and wastes it away every month. Why don't we rebuild your life and give you $5,000 credit back? Would that be okay? If we basically analyze your right away and history and pop your credit right away, and now you get 5 times your money back, that's better than being in Vegas. the ultimate goal. And all you got to do now is call, and all you have to do is zell Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@reshcutter.com, and call 800-254-9506 and ask for Karen right away. That's all you got to do. Beat your doubt, run your race. In other words, get out of my way and let me rebuild you. Simple. Gooding Pass Go. I like goodies. You like goodies yet? The mansions in the harbor, God's gift. The race boats and the yachts. I say RayReynoldsUniversity.com. Helicopters, Lamborghinis, and buildings too. Now, I'd like you to change your driver's license to a mailing address, P.O. Box or mailing address for more privacy. But do what you want. It's up to you. So that's step number 12. You know what happens? We're going to look at your car now. Your car, you got sweated for 5 hours. You let them treat you like a duck and a sheep. That kind of sucks. And then you lost 10 to 20,000 and you got up to 9 inquiries. That's not how you buy a car, by the way. Sorry to say, what you should have done is fleet price tax ID division. It's simple. It doesn't show up on your personal car. That's my wife's car, but she's a CFO. She signed her name 28 times as CFO into the division of a corporation. Simple. And we get to write it all off too. You see, when you buy a house, you don't put 2 people on the loan. That'd be kind of dumb. Building a loan to value for 2 people. Car shouldn't be your car. It's okay if you lose the house and a car. Now you got shitty credit. And then they report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. So you have an IRS problem. Now you have double shitty credit. That kind of sucks. I think you should plan the problem. The registering of a car should be a division and not you. All the bumpity bumps. You got over 50 nasty attorneys on TV saying they're all number one. So let's play. Every property you get, let's put it in a division. Why? You don't know who's going to slip and fall and sue you and screw you up. Your paycheck is off by your house payment. Amazon didn't pay any tax on the first 10 billion to trillion. Now they're worth 2 trillion. Simple. They're playing the game. And there's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. He bought Twitter in 24 hours, all right, with a line of credit, and then screwed it up the next week. X marks the spot. I think he's totally dumb. But he's got a spaceship. That's okay. So does the other 2 guys. Do you know you could join the club and win the battle if you want to? Step 15. So run your life through a corporation or in conjunction and learn to play. It's very simple to do. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. See, your paycheck's taxable income. You get the leftover. And after paying for it, you get what? I think it's kind of silly. I'd be yelling no right now. Why don't you drive a company car like I do and write it all off? Step number 17. Why don't you get an SS4 today? Google it. It's irs.gov. It'll say banking and credit purposes. You never had to be a duck and a sheep. Just show you the fame. It's public record too. Why would you bring the pain home when you never had to in the first place? There's mama. This morning she had a baby. Guess what she has to do? Ever since 71, Nixon took the gold standard out. She's got to sign the SS form for the SS5, for the SSM, for the baby. Well, the baby goes home, takes a nap. And the reality is very simple. See, everything to me is rules and tools. You buy a house, it's escrow, closed, homestead, trust. All right, you got a house not in a trust and they sue you, they kind of screw you up, take it away, and you die, your family gets stuck in a probate, and they got diddly squat. That kind of sucks too. You fix up a property today, and what happens? They hire the subcontractor. They stand outside Home Depot, good workers. But you know what? When they slip and fall, they kind of sue you and screw you up too. My way, they get diddly squat. I like diddly squat, don't you? Why don't you look up the irrevocable trust today? But that's up to you. You're a grown up. That's step 19. We get to play and win if you want to. Now, if you're a crook, you do tax returns, just remember, you can go to prison like Wesley Snipes did for 3 years and $5 million fine. If you play by the rules, because you can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess, you could actually win. But again, you can get your butt back in the system today if you want to. That's step number 20. I'd like you to be an OPM. Save up to 70%. Pay a bill up to 90 days. Close escrow on $200,000. Leverage it to $15 million. Borrow money's not taxable. Set up your line of defense. That's step 21, called blackjack. You get to win. Ultimate goal. Now, I was finally proud of myself, all right, when I got my building in Irvine Spectrum. 22,000 square foot. I own the damn building. I own 3 other buildings too. I'm a billionaire. The guy let me go in a coma and die. I had to wake up and find out my life was stolen. Embarrassing for the whole world. What am I gonna do? Go home and go boohoo like you? Heck no. What did I do? I went home and basically one thing. I wrote my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. I don't have excuses like you. And it's about time you throw your excuses away too. You see, closet divisions, I have 5. I have 3 divisions of me and 5 closet divisions. I pull them out and I build another $1 million of credit. Why do you stay down? What's wrong with you? Are these not working or something? You can learn to play and learn to win and never bring the pain home ever again. 1,000 Steps to Millionaire. If you want a copy, it's the Ray Reynolds Millionaires Founders Kit. You can get it for $99. It covers shipping and handling. All you do is Zell, or call the office at 800-254-9506. Ask for Lena. Simple to do. Now, I'm online 6 days a week, my last and final year after 45 years. We get to play. Why don't we build a lifetime coaching program with you and me? Wouldn't that be fun? So if you want $1 million, all right, of credit, you call the office, 800-254-9506. Ask for a specialist, ask for Santos. You want a coaching package from this year and next year? Once again, call the office, ask for a coach or ask for Santos. Credit, loan, and money, that's how we get financial freedom. And we get up to $50,000 a month plus income the rest of our lives. And then all you got to do is understand you have to buy your income, no matter what it is. And if you can afford $100 a week, you can afford to get that $50,000 a month. But again, you can afford to be a corporate millionaire. Simple to do. If you don't have a program, click, take a picture. Here's one call with me. 90 days, level 1, 2, and 3 specialty classes. Based on your investment, how much bonus credit you get. That's all you got to do. Now, if you're a client only, listen to the words, because sometimes I call the office, they don't hear what I say because they want to hear what they want to hear. If you want an additional $10,000, it's $499. If you want an additional $25,000, it's $999. But what it says right in front of you is current active customer only. Got it? I had someone take a picture of this here without this next one. Click. They're kind of tricky sometimes too. But let's understand, if you want $100,000, I can add you 2 cards in history, and I can get you your own card too. The ultimate goal is very simple. All right, but you know what? We charge 10%. $10,000 for $100,000. National average. If you did it during this webinar, now, Zell, $39.99. Or the thing is, all you do is call the office, 800-254-9506. Corporations illegal what? It can sue or be sued. Divisions give you the line of defense, and you can protect your family and your assets too. It's about time you learn to play. 9 divisions are $1 million, up to that, and 41 is up to 5. But if you want basically no liability for you, it has to be a division. Your name's not even on it. I like that. So we add 2,000 of history. We build a corporate umbrella, and each division is $499, 3 for $14.97. And again, use Zell, or you call the office right away and ask for one of those specialists too. You see, what are you willing to lose? Family? Corporation? Division? You see, I didn't have a family as a kid. Reality is very simple. I designed this no matter what, we get checkmate. That's step 23. Is that okay with you? Ultimate goal? See, reaching the dream. Think to be the impossible. I've done it all my life. White man can't jump. You got to do what? You drive with 2 hands, can't stop. I didn't listen to people and stupid people. All right? I listen to God and me. I see it, believe, and go get it. You want to be a corporate man? It's a corporate 3 divisions, and I'll train you how to be a CFO. That's all you got to do. From there, I'll follow through as long as you follow through too. Never have joint credits just in the way. You buy a house, let's go close homestead trust. You got a corp, you won't spend thousands on somebody you didn't teach a diddly squat. They're free in every state. Pay a little finally if you can get your divisions for real estate, franchise, current business, line of defense, raise rules. I give bonus cash credit to take away your excuses, and then you could write it all off at the same time and have fun too. That's step 25, by the way, or 24, I'm sorry. See, if all you're looking to do right now is you want a 750, no problem. All we got to do is basically analyze your credit and basically do a rapid rescore. All right, and we can show you exactly what needs to be done. You go to class, you follow the rules, you listen and understand too. And the reality is we're going to go for the 750 score. And $999 normally, $1,000 card back to you. During this broadcast, we cut it in half price, $499, a $500 card back to you. And all you got to do is what? Starter package with a corporation. Class on Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we're going to charge you $9.99 what the average person wastes in a given month and give you 5,000 credit back to you. Better to be in Vegas. All right, analyzation, add history, pop credit right away. Simple to do. And all you got to do is what? You call 800-254-9506 or you Zelle. So let's understand today. If you give referrals, I'll build more credit. If you give referrals and they name your name at the time they sign up, I'll sell you back 10%. If they don't give that name, they blew it for you. Don't blame anybody else. I give you my name and email too, so you can get credit for that as well. Keep in mind a corporation, all right, with entities makes more sense. Your bank's bankrupt locations, branch numbers. Doesn't matter if it's Geico, doesn't matter if it's Cities, doesn't matter if it's Sam's Club. You got a goal. You shouldn't basically bring the pain home ever again. And you got to understand something today. You're entitled to be a certified CFO too, and be a corporation. Reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Look behind the curtain. Stop bringing the pain home. We stay safe. We stay strong. We do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So at the end of the day, you have the chance to change your life if you want to. The ultimate goal is up to you. The reality is very simple today. Yes, you're right. John, it's 98 working days left. People don't realize 98 working days left of this year is not a lot of time. So your goal is very simple today. Your ability is right now in front of you. I will hold your hand personally. All you do is Zelle. You call that office. The call center, 800-254-9506. Talk to a specialist. Get to know us. We'll hold your hand every step of the way, and we won't let you down. But we're going to expect you to follow through too. We do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And we never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.